Ever wonder why you feel weaker or unsteady lately, even though you eat healthy, take your supplements, and walk every day? You're not imagining it, and it's not just normal aging. What you may be facing is something called sarcopenia, a gradual loss of muscle that quietly steals your energy, balance, and independence as the years go by. It happens when your body begins breaking down muscle tissue faster than it can rebuild it. Think of it as a slow leak in your body's power supply. When your muscles shrink, ordinary tasks start feeling heavier. Getting out of a chair takes effort. Climbing stairs feels like a workout. Even carrying groceries can leave your arms trembling. Most people blame age. But here's the truth. Age doesn't destroy muscle. Neglect does. Recent studies show that adults over 60 can lose up to 40% of their muscle mass in a single year if the body isn't given what it needs to rebuild. That means almost half of your strength can vanish in just 12 months. The good news? You can reverse it, starting with the very first meal of your day. In this episode, I'll walk you through the foods that rebuild muscle and the ones silently eating it away. By the end, you'll know how to wake up your metabolism, feed your muscles properly, and feel strong enough to take on the day again. I'm Dr. Paul Morgan, a senior health specialist who's helped thousands of older adults regain their energy and balance without fad diets or impossible gym routines. I've seen what works, and I've seen what quietly steals your strength. More than 85% of my patients improved their muscle mass and stamina once they made one simple change in their breakfast. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? How old are you? What kind of strength issues have you noticed? Balance, grip, stamina. Drop a quick comment below. I read everyone personally. Because in just a moment, you'll see the 5 everyday foods that are sabotaging your strength each morning, and one powerful food that can rebuild it faster than you think. Every morning, millions of older adults start their day the same way, with a steaming cup of coffee and something light, maybe a slice of toast or a bowl of oatmeal. It feels clean, simple, and good for you, right? But that's where the quiet problem begins. You see, after 60, your body doesn't just need fuel. It needs the right kind of repair material first thing in the morning. Your muscles have been fasting all night. They wake up hungry for amino acids, vitamins, and minerals that restart recovery. When you give them empty fuel, caffeine, and refined carbs, they get no building blocks, no signal to repair. Imagine trying to patch a roof with air. That's what most healthy breakfasts do for your body. They fill you for an hour and leave your muscles starving. That's why, by noon, so many seniors feel weak, shaky, or heavy-limbed even if they've eaten. Let me share a quick story. Harold, 72, came to my office complaining that his daily walks were getting shorter. He said, "Doc, I'm eating oatmeal and fruit, no junk food, but I still feel like I'm losing steam." We checked his nutrient profile. His protein synthesis levels were nearly 40% lower than average for his age. The problem wasn't his effort. It was his timing. He was eating what I call energy food, when his body needed recovery food. I swapped his breakfast. Not his workouts, not his medications. Within 2 weeks, he was walking farther, sleeping better, and his energy levels rebounded. Now, this doesn't mean coffee or oatmeal are bad. They just can't carry the first meal alone anymore. Your body at 60 or 70 isn't the same as it was at 30. It's like a classic car. It runs beautifully when you give it the right grade of fuel, but the wrong one wears it down faster. And the next few foods I'm about to show you are the wrong grade. The ones that seem harmless but quietly eat away at your muscle strength every single morning. Now, let's look at a few foods that sound innocent, some even advertised as heart healthy, but for many people over 60, they quietly work against you. First up is white bread. Soft, familiar, and easy to chew, but that convenience hides a problem. White bread is stripped of the fiber and micronutrients your muscles depend on to control blood sugar swings. Each slice hits your bloodstream like pure sugar, spiking insulin, then dropping it hard. When insulin crashes, your body starts scavenging for energy. and it often steals it from your muscle tissue. That's why so many seniors feel the mid-morning crash. The bread gave them a spark, then took it right back. Second is skim milk. It was marketed for decades as a light alternative. But removing the fat also removes most of the vitamins that depend on fat to be absorbed, especially vitamin D. And without enough vitamin D, your body struggles to absorb calcium and build the muscle fibers that keep bones protected. I had a patient, Maria, 66, who drank 2 glasses of skim milk daily because she thought it kept her cholesterol low. She couldn't understand why her joints ached and her balance was fading. We swapped her to a moderate-fat Greek yogurt breakfast, and within weeks her leg strength tests improved by 15%. Third is processed breakfast meat. Sausages, deli ham, even turkey bacon. They look protein-rich, but the sodium, nitrates, and fillers inflame muscle tissue. That swelling blocks nutrient flow like kinking a hose. Over time, it weakens recovery instead of supporting it. If you love the taste, think of these as an occasional treat, not a daily habit. Each of these foods drains your body's rebuilding potential when you need it most, the first few hours after waking. But here's the surprising part. You don't have to give them up entirely. A single swap in your breakfast plate can flip your muscle switch back on. Something creamy, familiar, and already sitting in most refrigerators, so what's this one food that can quietly reverse the muscle loss you've been feeling? It isn't a pill. It isn't a protein powder. It's something simple, creamy, and easy on your stomach. Greek yogurt. Now, before you shrug and say, "That's it?" let me explain why it works. Greek yogurt isn't just regular yogurt with fancy packaging. It's strained to remove excess water, which concentrates the protein. And the type of protein it holds is exactly what aging muscles crave: leucine. Leucine is like the ignition key for your muscle engine. Without enough of it, your body never gets the signal to rebuild. Here's the science in plain English. During the night, your muscles run low on amino acids. By morning, they're in what's called a catabolic state, basically a slow breakdown mode. Greek yogurt gives your body a surge of complete protein within minutes. Those amino acids flood into your bloodstream and flip the repair switch on again. Add a handful of nuts or seeds, and you've now included magnesium and healthy fats that help balance hormones and extend that repair window. I've had dozens of patients try this simple change. Frank, 70, used to eat a bagel with jam every morning. He felt sluggish by 10 a.m. and napped after lunch. We swapped the bagel for a bowl of Greek yogurt, a few blueberries, and a drizzle of honey. Within 2 weeks, he said, "Doc, I don't even think about naps anymore." His lab results backed it up. Improved protein utilization, better blood sugar control, and more stable energy. Now, this isn't magic, it's chemistry meeting consistency. When you fuel your body correctly at the start of the day, everything downstream, balance, memory, even mood, begins to improve. It's the easiest muscle medicine you'll ever take, and it tastes better than any supplement out there. But here's where most people slip up. They add this new food, yet keep 3 small morning habits that quietly cancel out all the progress. And that's exactly what we'll fix next. Now that you know the food that helps rebuild your muscles, let's talk about why it sometimes doesn't work for people. I've seen it over and over. They start strong, they add Greek yogurt to breakfast, maybe throw in some nuts, but a few small morning habits quietly undo all those gains. Habit 1. Eating too late. Your muscles are ready to absorb nutrients the moment you wake up. But many older adults delay breakfast until mid-morning, sometimes after coffee or errands. By then, your repair window is already closing, and your body has shifted from rebuild mode to survival mode. That means instead of using protein to restore muscle, your body converts it into energy, and that's energy you'll lose again by afternoon. So, aim to eat within 30 to 45 minutes after waking. That's when your body listens best. Habit 2. Pairing your meal with too much caffeine. I know that first cup of coffee feels sacred. I drink one myself. But here's the thing. caffeine can block magnesium absorption. Magnesium is one of the main nutrients that help muscles relax and recover. Without it, you might feel tense, crampy, or restless even if you're eating right. A simple fix: enjoy your coffee an hour after breakfast, not with it. That one shift alone can improve nutrient uptake dramatically. Habit 3. Forgetting water. Most people don't realize dehydration shrinks muscle cells, literally. If you start your day with coffee but no water, your body begins the morning already in deficit. When you finally eat, digestion slows, and the nutrients you worked so hard to include don't move efficiently through your system. So before your first bite, have a full glass of water. Think of it as priming the engine before hitting the gas. None of these habits seem big. That's the trap. But they quietly chip away at the progress your body is trying to make. And once you fix these, you're ready for the real upgrade. A simple 3-step morning formula that locks in strength, energy, and sharper focus all day long. All right, now that you've removed the roadblocks, let's build your foundation. The exact morning formula I give my own patients. It's simple, it's realistic, and most importantly, it works with your body, not against it. Think of it as a 3-step reset that tells your muscles, you're safe, you're fueled, now grow. Step 1. Rehydrate before you caffeinate. Before anything else touches your lips, drink a full glass of water, not a sip, a glass. Why? Because after 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your muscles are thirsty. Dehydration slows circulation, and poor circulation means fewer nutrients. Reach your muscle fibers. Hydration first reactivates your metabolism and gets your digestive system ready to absorb the breakfast that's coming. Next, if plain water feels boring, squeeze in a bit of lemon or add a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes. Step 2. Rebuild. Don't just refuel. Within 45 minutes of waking, have your protein-rich breakfast, the Greek yogurt combo we talked about earlier. Add a handful of nuts or seeds for magnesium and healthy fat, plus berries for antioxidants. That combination gives your body 3 messages: repair muscle, balance blood sugar, and protect cells from inflammation. It's a small bowl with a big mission. Step 3. Move something. I'm not talking about a workout that leaves you sweating. On the floor, 5 to 10 minutes of movement that wakes up your muscles. Gentle stretches, a walk around the block, or climbing stairs once or twice. This sends oxygen to your tissues and reinforces the message that your body needs those new nutrients for strength, not storage. The science is simple. Movement right after breakfast improves protein utilization by as much as 25%. Follow these 3 steps every morning for 14 days and pay attention. You'll notice steadier energy, fewer midday crashes, and a sense of strength you might not have felt in years. That's your body saying, finally, you're giving me what I needed. But here's where things get really interesting. Because the same formula that rebuilds your muscles in the morning can also protect your joints and bones through the rest of the day. One of the biggest surprises my patients discover after following that morning. Formula isn't just better energy, it's how their joints start to feel lighter and less painful. See, most people think muscle and bone health are 2 separate issues. They're not. They're partners in everything you do. When your muscles are weak, your joints have to pick up the slack. That's when pain begins. In the knees, hips, and lower back. But once those muscles get stronger, they start carrying the load again, taking pressure off the joints. Here's what most don't realize. Your bones are constantly remodeling, even in your 70s or 80s. They're not static. Every time your muscles contract, they pull gently on your bones, and the tug tells your body to keep those bones dense and sturdy. That's why protein-rich breakfasts and light movement are a perfect pairing. The food gives your muscles the building blocks, and the movement sends the signal to keep bones firm. I think of one patient. Denise, 74. She came to me complaining that her knees hurt just from standing too long. She'd already given up her morning walks because of the pain. We rebuilt her breakfast routine using the same formula: hydration, Greek yogurt, and 10 minutes of stretching. Nothing fancy. By her next visit, she said something that stuck with me. "Doc, I can walk through the grocery store without stopping halfway. That's not luck. That's biology working the way it's supposed to. And here's another hidden bonus. Your balance improves too. Muscles in your core and legs are what stabilize your body. When they strengthen, the fear of falling starts to fade. That confidence alone changes how you move through your day, and how your brain feels about movement. These small wins stack up fast. Less pain, better posture, steadier steps, and more independence. That's why I tell my patients, strong muscles are your best insurance policy for aging well, and if you really want to accelerate those gains, the next step is to feed your body the one mineral that supercharges this entire process, and most seniors don't get nearly enough of it. If you've been following everything so far, the protein, the timing, the morning movement, you're already ahead of most people your age. But there's one missing piece that turns good results into great ones. It's not a supplement you'll see advertised on TV. It's something your body already depends on, yet over half of adults over 60 are quietly deficient in it. That mineral is magnesium. Now, magnesium doesn't get the spotlight that calcium or vitamin D does, but it's the behind-the-scenes worker that keeps everything running smoothly. It helps muscles relax after they contract. It helps convert the food you eat into usable energy. It even supports deep, restful sleep, the exact time your muscles repair the most. When magnesium runs low, the signs are easy to overlook: restless legs at night, morning stiffness, muscle twitches or cramps, or waking up tired even after a full night's sleep. Most people chalk those up to age. They're not. They're signals that your cells are starving for this mineral. I remember a patient named Charles, 69. He followed my morning plan perfectly but still felt worn. Down in the evenings, we ran a simple blood panel. His magnesium levels were barely half the ideal range after adding a serving of spinach or a handful of almonds to his breakfast, plus a magnesium-rich dinner a few nights a week. His nighttime cramps disappeared and his recovery improved noticeably. Sometimes it really is that simple. Foods like pumpkin seeds, spinach, almonds, and dark chocolate are easy sources. Pairing them with Greek yogurt in the morning creates what I call the muscle multiplier meal. Protein to rebuild, magnesium to relax, and healthy fat to steady the process. It's the trio your body's been missing. When these nutrients work together, your muscles recover faster, your nerves stay calm, and your energy lasts longer into the evening. That's how you turn a good day into a strong one. But magnesium does something else you probably haven't heard. It sets the stage for better sleep and overnight repair. And that's what we'll uncover next. How your nighttime routine can either rebuild your body or quietly undo your progress. Every day, your muscles go through small battles. Walking, lifting, even standing. Those tiny strains aren't damage. They're signals telling your body it's time to rebuild, but that repair process only happens during one period, while you sleep, and this is where most people unknowingly lose half their progress. Here's why. When you don't sleep deeply enough, your body never fully enters the phase where it releases growth hormone, the very chemical that rebuilds muscle tissue. You might think, I sleep 7 hours, I'm fine. But if that sleep is shallow, interrupted, restless, or spent tossing and turning, your body stays in repair limbo. It's like sending construction workers to a site, but never giving them the tools to finish the job. Magnesium plays a quiet but powerful role here. It helps calm your nervous system, lowers cortisol, and cues your body to drift into the deeper stages of rest. That's when growth hormone peaks. Protein synthesis kicks in, and your muscles do their best work, healing. I once had a patient, Linda, 71, who told me, "I'm doing everything right, but I wake up tired and sore." We reviewed her evening habits: late coffee, bright screens, and no wind-down period. I asked her to make 3 small changes: no caffeine after noon, a light stretch before bed, and a magnesium-rich snack like yogurt or almonds an hour before sleep. 2 weeks later, she said, "For the first time in years, I wake up feeling rested. Not just awake. Her morning balance improved. Her muscle soreness dropped and her energy returned." Here's what that proves. Your body doesn't get stronger while you're exercising or even eating, right? It gets stronger while you rest. Think of your nighttime routine as the second half of your morning. Formula you can't build during the day if you break it all down at night. And if you want to make sure your body keeps that progress overnight, there's one more secret. A rhythm older adults often overlook: the 12-hour recovery window. That's what we'll explore next. Here's the rhythm I teach every patient who wants to stay strong after 60. Give your body 12 hours to recover and 12 hours to rebuild. That single habit changes everything. Let's break it down. Your muscles need a rest period between your last meal of the evening and your first meal the next morning. When you keep eating late, midnight snacks, just one cookie, or even a glass of milk before bed, your body stays busy digesting instead of repairing. That means growth hormone release, muscle recovery, and deep sleep all get pushed aside. By keeping about 12 hours between dinner and breakfast, you create a natural repair window. If you finish dinner at 7 p.m., your next meal should be around 7 a.m. During that time, your body clears waste from cells, repairs microscopic muscle tears, and resets hormone balance. It's not a diet or fast. It's simply giving your system permission to do the work it's built for. I had a patient, Roger, 67, who swore he couldn't sleep through the night without a bedtime snack. We adjusted his routine. He moved dinner a bit later, added a small portion of healthy fat for satiety, and stopped eating by 8 p.m. The first week was tough, but by the second, his sleep deepened and the morning stiffness he'd accepted as normal aging was gone. His body finally had the quiet time it needed to rebuild. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Blood sugar stabilizes, preventing overnight inflammation. Muscle tissue repairs, uninterrupted by digestion. Mitochondria, your cell's power plants, recharge fully. Combine this 12-hour rhythm with your morning formula, and you create a full 24-hour cycle of restoration. Stronger muscles, steadier energy, sharper mind. It's the kind of rhythm your grandparents lived by without ever calling it a plan. But consistency is what turns this from a good idea into real results. And that means shaping your day around a few simple cues. Next, I'll show you how to build a daily rhythm that makes strength and energy almost automatic. By now, you've learned what to eat, when to rest, and how to time recovery. But here's the truth I remind every patient: knowledge alone doesn't build muscle. Consistency does. And consistency doesn't come from discipline. It comes from rhythm. I call it the 3 moments rule. Every day gives you 3 small chances to tell your body, "I'm still in charge." Morning, midday, and evening. In the morning, your job is to feed your body like you respect it. Start hydrated. Eat your protein-rich breakfast and move a little. That's your daily spark. By midday, when energy naturally dips, take 5 minutes to stretch, breathe, or walk outside. You're not just burning calories, you're keeping blood flowing to your muscles and brain. It's a message to your cells: Stay alive, stay active, and in the evening, protect your recovery. Dim the lights, lower the noise, and make sleep something sacred again. Your body listens when you show it a pattern, and it rewards you with strength that compounds quietly over time. Let me tell you about Susan, 73, one of my patients who said, "Doc, I'm too old to start a plan." We didn't start big, we just added rhythm. She followed her breakfast routine, did a 5-minute stretch twice a day, and avoided eating after 8 p.m. 3 months later, she sent me a photo of her lifting her grandchild at a birthday party, something she hadn't done in years. That's the power of small wins stacked together. Remember, this isn't about perfection. You'll have days when you miss a step. That's fine. Your body doesn't need perfection. It needs pattern. Miss a day. Start fresh the next morning. That's what keeps progress permanent. And here's the beauty of it. Once your rhythm sets in, your body starts helping you stay consistent, less pain, better sleep, more energy, momentum takes over, and effort turns into habit. But there's still one missing piece, the mindset that keeps all of this running, for the long term, because even the best plan fails if you don't believe your body can still change. And that's exactly what we'll tackle next. I've spent decades working with older adults, and there's one sentence I've heard more than any other. "Doc, I think it's too late for me." Every time I hear it, I smile. Not because it's funny, but because I know what's coming next. It's never too late. Your body doesn't forget how to heal. It just needs the right signals. Think of your muscles like loyal friends you haven't called in a while. They haven't gone anywhere. They're just waiting for you to reach out again, and the moment you do, they respond faster than most people believe possible. I've seen it countless times. John, 78, told me he'd given up after 2 falls in 1 year. We rebuilt his mornings with water, protein, and movement. At first, his improvement was barely noticeable. Then, in his 3rd month, he said, "Doc, I carried my own groceries for the first time since last summer. That's not a miracle. That's biology, set in motion by belief and consistency." Here's what I tell my patients. Don't measure your progress by the calendar. Measure it by how you feel walking across the room, standing up from a chair, or sleeping through the night without pain. Each one of those moments is proof that your body is listening. Yes, age brings change, slower recovery, stiffer mornings, more effort for smaller gains. But it doesn't bring defeat. Every single cell in your body is still capable of adaptation. It's still learning from your choices, still repairing, still growing. So when you feel frustrated or think your best years are behind you, remember this. The science doesn't agree with that thought, and neither do I. Every breath, every movement, every meal you choose with intention tells your body, we're still in this together. That's not hope. That's physiology. And when you hold on to that mindset, something powerful happens. Progress stops feeling like work. It starts feeling like freedom. Let's close this out with one final step. How to tie everything together into a lasting daily routine that keeps you strong for life. We've covered a lot together. From the silent muscle loss that starts after 60, to the food and habits that can turn it all around. And now, it's time to bring it home. If you remember only 3 things from this video, let them be these. First, start your day hydrated. Water is the simplest way to wake up your metabolism and help your muscles absorb nutrients. Second, feed. Don't just fill. That means a real breakfast. Greek yogurt for protein, nuts or seeds for minerals, and berries for antioxidants. Give your body what it's actually asking for, not what's easy to grab. Third, move a little every day. Stretch, walk, breathe. It doesn't have to look like exercise. It just has to remind your body that you still expect it to stay strong. When you follow this rhythm, fuel, move, rest, your body starts trusting you again. That's when energy returns. Pain fades and balance feels natural. It's not about chasing youth. It's about building independence that lasts. I've seen this work for people in their 60s, 70s, even their 80s. They start small, stay patient, and let consistency do the heavy lifting. That's the real secret. Not supplements. Not overnight results, just a little bit of faith and follow-through. So if this message spoke to you, I invite you to join me here every week. Hit subscribe and become part of a community that believes aging is not the end of strength. It's the beginning of mastery. And before you go, let me know in the comments. What's your biggest challenge right now? Balance, energy, or sleep? I read every message, and many of our next videos come directly from your stories. Next week, I'll share the one evening habit that secretly drains your heart health and how to fix it in 5 minutes. Until then, I'm Dr. Paul Morgan, reminding you to move gently, eat with purpose, and never underestimate what your body can still do. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before making changes to your diet or routine.